Welcome to the middle of December 2025 and a time for perhaps celebrating. What are you celebrating this season? And as you look back on 2025 and the positive things that took place, the negative things that maybe took place, the surprising things that took place, were any of those events, happenings, celebrations, sorrows linked or part of what you had envisioned, what you wanted to take place this year? Are you someone who sets goals? And are you looking forward to 2026 with perhaps a New Year's resolution, or you're anticipating a vacation of some kind, or perhaps you have a medical event coming up. You're preparing for surgery, or perhaps you have gone through a medical procedure and you want to improve your health in 2026. This is the magical moment of now. This is our moment to settle in, think about what's happened, where we are right now, and staying present, though looking forward with a proactive approach to how we want to better manage our health, to the ways we want to improve our budget, or simply how to sleep more soundly, better manage stress, whatever your health-related goals are. If you've been here before, thank you for returning. If you're new to my channel, my name's Tiffany Anderson, and this is my Aging Well. Anderson Therapeutics is the name of my website, my business, and I've worked in the field of health since 1996, and setting goals has been part of my lifestyle for decades. In 2024, I took on some ambitious health goals that I set for myself for 2025, and I've met 90% of them. I decided to chop them down into smaller monthly goals rather than set large goals, which is something that I have done in the past. And I found that setting monthly goals was a lot more fun for me. They were a lot more achievable. And since I was tackling a number of different goals, there were things I had in mind that were very specific, some obviously very time sensitive, that they worked in concert together because those goals built up. And setting small achievable goals is a confidence booster. As a patient advocate and a health coach and a health educator, that's something that I work with others to help set those goals that is going to set you up for success. And as you reflect back on 2025, think about all of the things that you are proud of, the accomplishments that took place that felt great for you. And they don't necessarily have to be health related, whatever your goals are. Maybe it was saving up for a vacation, or you were paying off some debt. Every goal, every aspect of your life and what is a priority for you, that's the important part about goal setting. For my January 2026 goal, something that I've been doing for years, and I'm going to add a link to the PDF below. I came across a website on just a declutter challenge, and for a lot of us, I would argue many of us, especially if you're in the West or a mature adult like myself, that we tend to have too much stuff. Now, maybe you don't. I do. I have been downsizing all year, and I knew that I wanted to redesign my home, minimize and just change the way that I am using my very small space. And there is a January, it's a 15-minute daily challenge where you go room by room and actually just set the timer and declutter. Now, as the years have gone by since I have done this multiple years in a row, I will, depending on the day, give myself that 15 minutes just to see how much I can declutter. But then I will, if I have the time, then I'll just blast through and give myself a half hour in my garage or an hour in, cleaning out my closet and deciding it's a good time to clean the floors at the same time. That's one of the achievable small goals. And especially in January, depending on where you are, I'm in Utah. It's going to be dark. Ideally, it will be cold. It's been unseasonably warm right now, and we're not getting enough snow. So fingers crossed, we will get a lot of snow, and it will definitely be colder and dark. And it gets a little depressing. And a declutter challenge is something that inspires me. And any time that we can clean up and tidy up our space, for whatever that means to you. And as you can see around me, I tend to have lots of little things. That is how I have set up my space for many years. And over the past 3 or 4, especially after the pandemic and being home so much, I've found that it's bugging me. So how I started all of this year to declutter is I set up an eBay store and started just selling things that I don't need, and and it's been successful. I've tried selling things on other platforms, and having the eBay store has been quite enjoyable and a lot more lucrative than I would imagine. So there's an idea for you for January. As you go month by month, there are health themes with every month. When I've written newsletters on health and wellness topics in the past, depending on if I'm working in a corporate setting or even my own business, I have jumped on board with, Heart Disease Month or breast cancer awareness, things like that. Though, unless they're specific to you and really have depth and meaning, that's where a general goal may or may not work for you. Now, perhaps you want to have a buddy and you're going to have a fitness goal in January, the most popular and common goal in January, and we'll see it with marketing. The second Christmas and New Year's, Hanukkah, all of the December holidays are over. All of the weight loss gimmicks and products and everything else you can imagine will be blasted at us in the media closer to New Year and certainly in January. And you notice this at the grocery stores. That's when we'll see all of the organic, healthy, nutritious, all of those items get promoted in January. Gym memberships go up in January. Now, that's okay to a degree, though. Getting caught up in the stereotypes and the gimmicks, I don't align with those personally, because I want healthful goals that I can maintain year round on a daily basis, not something that I'm just going to, oh, here we go again. I don't want to do the broken record type of a thing. Another thing that I'm going to be adding in January is something for my mental health, just because it is winter, it's colder, and I am prone to seasonal affective disorder. I use a light box. I tend to start using a light box right after daylight savings, and I use that for 30 minutes every morning. Gives me an additional boost, and I do my best to get at least 10 minutes of sunshine every day. In January, Brad Yates, I've talked about him in other videos. He is the guru on a technique called tapping. It's EFT, it's emotional freedom technique, and he has a challenge. So it's to start the new year with a tapping, and this is all about emotional well-being, psychological well-being, our mood, our morale, confidence, any of those type of topics. And his channel is brilliant. I have been following his work for years. I have a number of his books, and I will put a link to his channel in the description below. So if you want to sign up for that channel, it's free, And it's really impactful. I really love his work. So those are two of the things that I'm setting up right now and I'm preparing for. And you know, when I set up my goals, I just start journaling. I just have a little note and I write down month by month what's a priority for me, what's coming up. Maybe I've got, you know, a big dental appointment I want to be ready for. Maybe it's I'm getting ready for a trip and I want to tidy up all of my luggage or something. It can be as generic or as impactful as you want it to be. That is the beauty of goal setting. And there are plenty of tools out there to write a goal, and I jot down just things that are useful for me, and then I make a monthly goal list. I tape it to the cupboard in my kitchen that I go to every morning, and then I also close and open the day with quotes. And those are those positive affirmations that feel supportive to me and give me encouragement and remind me when those negative comments start rolling around in your brain, or you're beating yourself up, or you've had a horrible day and you're wanting to de-stress and decompress from a stressful moment. And these positive affirmations will feel helpful to me. I want that support. As I am a mature adult who is living alone, and I would say that I thoroughly enjoy having my own space and having my freedom. I was a caregiver. I've raised a family. I've been an empty nester for a long time, and I really enjoy and I often prefer my own company. And that is foreign for many people, though for me, I am a fairly solitary creature. And so having that positivity, I can entertain myself. I can laugh at my own jokes and I don't feel that I'm insane. I'm going to read you the quotes that I have found that have felt impactful, and I'll also write those in the description below if they resonate with you. So I'll leave you with this. I am the architect of my inner world. I am the master of my inner kingdom. Nothing and no one outside of me determines my self-worth. And everything I need is already within me. Those statements came to me this year, and I will find the author because I didn't write it down on the paper. I want to give credit where credit is due. This year has been challenging since I work in the field of public health, and I work out in the field a lot. I'm juggling multiple jobs, and perhaps you also have felt a lot of compassion fatigue this year, are feeling some frustrations. And those moments that I give to myself, and I hope that you are gifting to yourself, that reflect self-care and concern for yourself, are so important to do every single day, even if they're just things that you're closing your eyes, whether it's in meditation, prayer, a quiet moment, however feels best for you, that you are letting yourself know that you are of value, that you matter, that you're important, and that you are willing to invest in your own health and well-being. That is important. Our bodies, our cells, our brain listens to everything we say. It's just as though you're interacting with a child and role modeling. Role model for yourself. And if you are still caretaking, raising family, pay attention and role model and see what is reflecting around in your world. Whenever I feel that I'm just drowning in negativity, I look in the mirror and I think, wow, what is the lesson? What do I need to learn from this? Let me know in the comments. Are you a goal setter? Do you have a New Year's resolution coming up? And are you willing to take on a declutter challenge? Join me with Brad Yates and the emotional freedom technique. Try some tapping. It's so helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Give this a like, subscribe, share, and see you next time. Have a good day.